So according to Nintendo of America President Doug Bowser, Nintendo is feeling very bullish on the Switch, and they're very confident in the Nintendo Switch's strong performance over the next few years. What does that mean? Could that mean that we're not going to be getting the Nintendo Switch successor for quite some time yet? Is it going to be multiple years till we see the next iteration of whatever Nintendo has in store for their hardware? We're going to talk about that here in this video, as well as the exact thing that was said regarding this topic. So if you guys do enjoy this one, be sure to stick around for more. I do a variety of Nintendo-based content on this channel, from Nintendo news to Let's Plays and walkthroughs and guides, and you name it, we got it. It's always a lot of fun, so stick around for more. All right, so let's get straight into this. We're not going to waste any time because we got some interesting stuff. Again, this is coming from the Associated Press interview with Nintendo of America President Doug Bowser, who was asked about the Switch's successor and basically what he would like to see. And so this is what he basically said. I'll throw it up on screen. You guys can take a look and we'll read through it together. So he says, as we enter the 7th year for the Nintendo Switch, by the way, yes, it has been that long, sales are still strong. He says, I think we still have a very strong lineup coming. As Mr. Furukawa, Nintendo President Shuntaro Furukawa, if I'm pronouncing it right, I butcher these names, I'm sorry, said recently, we're entering uncharted territory with the platform. It's excited to see that demand is still there. So nothing to announce on any future console or device, but we are still feeling very bullish about Nintendo Switch. I should be careful about what I personally would like to see, he says, in a new Switch, that is. But what I can share is that one of the reasons that even going into year 7, we feel very confident that the Switch can have a strong performance over the next few years is that it is still truly that unique device that you can play in a variety of ways, at home, on the go. One of the things we look at always is how can we surprise and delight? How can we introduce new, unique ways of playing? That's always in front of our mind. End quote. So, and there's a couple things to take from this. Number one is obviously it's good to hear that Nintendo is still focused on, brand new, unique, creative ways to play, right? They're not just, falling in line with the rest of the industry. It's like, oh, here's another powerful console, whatever. I do hope the next console is more powerful to keep up with everything, third-party games and just, where the industry is at, and just, all that, because it would enhance the experience. But in terms of fun, yes, I do hope Nintendo continues to, be innovative and different things like that. That's what they're best at, and that's what people appreciate them the most, and that's what kept them so successful over the years, right? So continue to take risks, continue to be innovative and creative and unique with your different ways of creating this hardware. That's definitely what I want to see. But the other part of it is, like you said, they're still feeling very bullish, right? Because obviously the Nintendo Switch is still performing very, very well. And so, they want to continue to support the Nintendo Switch. They want to continue to, I guess, for lack of better phrasing, he's not going to say it like this way, but continue to milk it, basically, right? Why wouldn't they, right? If you have something successful, you're going to ride that hype as long as you can. And then, there's going to come a point where you're going to see like, okay, this is where we should be transitioning. Now, the question is, right, because he's saying we're entering into our 7th year. It's already been a long time. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't look it up off the top of my head. This is one of the longer cycles, I believe, that we've had with Nintendo consoles. It's typically around, I think, 6 years, 7 years. Usually we get a new console. But they're still confident that the Switch can have a strong performance over the next few years. Now, does that mean it's going to be a few years until the next Nintendo console comes out? No, not at all. And the reason I say that is because think about when, the Nintendo Switch came out, right? The 3DS, they were still supporting it for quite some time after, for a number of years, a few years, really. And it was very well performing. So they didn't just stop, supporting that, but it started to dwindle down and whatnot. And, it kind of had again, kind of like a decreasing, transition, if you will, right? With where the 3DS was being supported less and less, and eventually it was just kind of not supported anymore at all. And now, we even have the eShop closing on it and all that as well. So All that to say that yes, I think the Switch is going to be supported for the years to come, but I don't think it's going to be a few years until we see the next Nintendo console. I honestly believe it can be as early as next year that we're going to hear something, if not get a release date even by next holiday Christmas season, if you will, right? That's just my thoughts. I think 2024 is the year. I've been saying that for the past couple years, but what do I know, right? Who knows? It's all a guessing game, really. We don't have any insider information, but it's still interesting to kind of speculate nonetheless. I don't think it's going to be a few years, though. I don't think it's going to, they're gonna kind of pull it that long, because again, we got, yeah, sure, they could pull off certain games like, Hogwarts Legacy is getting developed for the Nintendo Switch, but it's probably not going to look very good. Monster Hunter Rise was a great game on the Switch, but it did drop frames. It's lacked in a lot of different areas. So, you got to take those things into consideration too. So, yeah, I think the transition is going to happen a little bit sooner than we think. I don't think it's going to be that long, but I still think that once they come out with the new console, they're going to support the Switch for, 2, 3, 4 years after that, most likely, anyways, probably like 2 or 3 years after. So I think either way, if you think about it like that, we're probably going to get the new, console announced probably next year. Again, I'm just guessing. I really believe that, though, for a number of reasons. But anyways, let me know what you think about all this down in the comments below. What do you make of his comments? And when do you hope to see the next Nintendo console? And what do you hope to see from it? What do you hope that it is? We're never going to guess it, but it's fun to speculate and kind of, try to see if we can, what kind of ideas we can come up with, I guess. So let me know, and stick around for more Nintendo content here on the channel. Till the next one, my friends, game on, and thanks for watching.